Pod, the podcast where we break down complex scientific topics. And today we are going to discuss about hydrocarbons, saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. To help me explore the topic, we have a doctor, Dr. Ruth. We also have a chemistry professor, Professor Naomi. We also have one of our teachers at KST Vet, Teacher Leonard. And also we have one of the students in analytical chemistry. Now, Dr. Ruth, you're a doctor in this field. How are hydrocarbons related to human health?
Thanks, Dr. Naema, for this chance. So I want to explain hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are in many things around us. For example, fuels, plastics, even in some maybe cations. But from a health perspective, especially unsaturated hydrocarbons, in processed food, they can affect heart health.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Doctor. Now, our professor who teaches organic chemistry at the university level, give us your point.
Oh, thank you, Nema, for the invitation to be here as we dive deeper and try to understand our everyday life chemistry. So hydrocarbons are the basic foundation of chemistry, and they are molecules that are contained of two different atoms. So we have the hydrogen atoms and the carbon atom. So combined, they give us now the compound hydrocarbon. So when we talk about saturated, these are hydrocarbons that have one single bond between the carbon atoms, while the unsaturated ones either have a double bond or a triple bond. Yeah, thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. That is well explained. And also our teacher, can you tell us something about hydrocarbons?
Okay, thank you, Nehema, for this opportunity. So I always tell my students, understanding hydrocarbons is a key of understanding everything. Because hydrocarbons, you can interact mostly in food industry and many areas. Thank you.
Wow, that is a nice insight. Now our students, in class, what have you learned?
Thank you so much for this chance. I've just been hearing about the saturated and saturated, but I don't have the clue about that. I think you can help me.
Okay, and this is the right forum. So, Professor Naomi, let's start with basics. What exactly are saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons?
Yes, as I said earlier, the saturated ones only have one carbon bond between the carbon atoms, and them being saturated, take from the word saturation. That means the four have been filled by hydrogen atoms, while the others still have either one or two spaces to be filled by the hydrogen carbons. And for the saturated ones, they include the alkenes. For the unsaturated, we have two, alkenes and alkynes. Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
So meaning the double bond and the triple bond are unsaturated?
Yes. And the bond affects how the molecule reacts. The unsaturated hydrocarbons are generally more reactive than the saturated ones.
Okay, Teacher Leonard, can you give us a real example of each type?
Sure. A common saturated hydrocarbon, we have butane, used in lighter. It's a staple and burns clearly. For example, an example is understanding an hydrocarbon is ethylene or ethylene. It is used to ripen fruits and make plastics. Thank you.
I have a question.
Okay.
So meaning by using ethylene, it ripens the bananas very fast, right?
Exactly. Good observation.
Wow, that is nice, and that's a very nice observation, our student Faith. And Dr. Ruth, you mentioned fats earlier Are they hydrocarbons too?
Yes, especially in biochemistry, saturated fats, like in butter, they have no double bond. Unsaturated fats, like olive oil, do not, they have a double bonds. But trans fats, processed food, which are artificially altered, unsaturated fats are they have a health risk. They raise bad cholesterol and increase heart diseases risk.
I think I have a question. So meaning saturated fats are full or unsaturated ones have the space or what?
That's one way to think about it. The spaces caused by double bonds can bend the molecules, making them behave differently in the body.
Okay, so Professor, what about chemical properties?
Thank you. Saturated hydrocarbons are less reactive, which make them great fuels because they burn steadily. Whereas the unsaturated hydrocarbons, because of their double and we have the ones that have triple bonds, they are more reactive and are used in chemical synthesis such as the making of plastics, synthetic rubber, and pharmaceuticals.
Okay, I also have a question. So meaning why does a double bond makes more reactive? Or why is it more reactive? For example, an element has a double bond. Is it reactive or non-reactive?
The one with the double bond is very reactive because double and triple bonds are electron rich. This makes them easier targets in chemical reactions. And I would like you to think of these as open doors in a molecule.
Okay, in a class, we test this using bromine water. If it stays orange, it is saturated hydrocarbon. If it turns colorless, it is unsaturated because the double bond reacts with bromine.
Okay, that's cool. I like detective work for the molecules.
Wow, that was a nice one. Now I would want us to have a quick recap. So let's start with you, Dr. Ruth.
Okay, from a health point of view, not all fats that are bad. Unsaturated fats can be healthy, but avoid artificial trans fats.
And I will conclude by saying saturated hydrocarbons have single bonds, making them stable and less reactive, whereas unsaturated hydrocarbons have either double bond or triple bonds, which make them more reactive and more useful in the chemical field.
And in school labs, we use tests like bromine water to spot unsaturation. It's a great way to visualize chemistry.
Okay, also me I've learned that structures really matters in that even two molecules have the same elements in their bond.
Exactly, Faith. Structure defines function in molecules and even in life. That wraps up today's episode of ChemPod. Thank you so much, Dr. Ruth, Professor Naomi, Teacher Leonard, and also Faith for joining us. Remember, science is everything, and even in your sandwiches and even your dusters. If you enjoyed this podcast, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Until next time, be blessed.